Hi, everybody. My name is Kat, and I'm here to share how to write a book in 30 days and more writing tips. And so I'm hosting a workshop on Monday on how to write nonfiction, how to write a nonfiction book. And I'm also editing one of my writers' nonfiction books. So this is something that's really present for me right now, but it also really serves as a fiction writer. So personally, I write, for me. I write for me. This is my form of self-care. So I want to write about what I want to write about. It's not about selling books. It's not about being famous. It's just, this is something that I have to share. I want to share. These are things that I think are interesting or funny or scary or sad or beautiful in some way. And I want to pour them out. And that's why I write. First of all, first draft, right? And then subsequent edits are really more with an audience in mind. And what I'm doing with this book that I've never done before is really writing for the reader first and foremost. So that's a different approach for me, and it's absolutely how to write your book if you're particularly writing nonfiction. Now, I know memoirs it's a different dance, but I'll get to that in a moment. But so writing fiction from this point of view of what does the reader want? The line that comes out for me over and over again as an editor when I'm editing other people's books and I'm in the reader seat is, what's in it for me? Like, the reader's reading this and they're going, what's in it for me? Like, why am I reading this? Why is this important to me? And what am I to make of it? Right? That's what the reader is looking for as they're reading a book. And as writers, that might not be our come from, but it gets to be, and it can be. So I want to share this. It's not about how you're going to finish your book in 30 days. It's not that kind of tip today, but it's something that you can be present to and you can set an intention around as you begin your book, or even as a midway check-in to see, how far have you strayed from thinking about the reader, and to anchor yourself again thinking about the reader, or when you're in edit mode. Absolutely, when you're in edit mode. And I know Stephen King says to write with the door closed and edit with the door open. And so it's not necessarily something that you have to be really present to, particularly with fiction, when you're first writing that first draft, but absolutely something that you get to think about as you're editing your own novel. And I'm doing it with my first draft. This is a fresh exercise for me, and it's changing a lot. It's changing a lot about how I write and the strength of the bones of the story. So just really want to share that mindset around thinking about the reader first, and your come from being thinking of the reader and what's in it for me, what's in it for them, and asking yourself that of scenes, of chapters, of the journey you're taking them on. And even as you are, if you're somebody who gravitates to outlines, looking at your outline that way, definitely your first scenes and chapters that way, and definitely your last scenes and chapters that way. So just want to presence that for you for whatever step you're in. I think it will serve. And, whether you're in fiction, and absolutely if you're in nonfiction, thinking about the reader, because especially if you're like an expert and you're writing a nonfiction novel and you want to share all this amazing all this amazing information that you have, which is what a lot of my clients do. They've got all this amazing information they want to share with other people. They know it's going to make a difference for them, but their come from is about them sharing all this content, and they're maybe not thinking about what it feels like to be in the reader seat. And that's where the editor comes in, and that's where feedback partners come in, and critique partners come in, and beta readers come in, so they can kind of say, well, advocate for the reader. This is what I would like to see more of, or this is what I need more from you. But we can do this. We can shift our own mindset and put on the same way you would put your writer hat on. And I totally am a big fan of have your writer hat on and your editor hat off when you're writing, particularly in first draft, so you can have that momentum. Same way when you're editing, you can put the reader hat on and put yourself in the position of the reader and what's in it for them, and why should they care, and why does it matter to them. So I hope that serves you, whatever, again, whatever step you're in, whatever book you're writing. I think it's really important to think about the reader at some point, so that you can attract that audience to you and make it a fulfilling book and journey for them as well. So that's it for today. I will be back with more how to write a book in 30 days. That and writing tips. Sorry, I've got kids. They're all home today, so I'm trying to stay focused. And but yeah, I'll be back. And if you want to sign up for the nonfiction workshop, if that's what you're working on, there should be a link in the bio. So thanks. I'll see you guys soon. Have a great weekend. Bye.